new. Mm-hmm.
The same energy that I'm talking about is new, right? It's going against Ma energy, which is Mu, right? Right. So that had something to do with the sun dimming. And that's what Nibiru War was about. I didn't. This is my first time looking at this video. I don't know how it stopped, but he was talking about enki, right? But Pete, what he's talking about, right? Because the enemy is the one who's been manipulating this cycle, because they are a part of this cycle too. But look,
in Hindu languages. Mm-hmm. All right, this
is the Tower of
Babel.
Babel.
Put that motherfucker up so they can see it. This is where they decided. See, this is not only a tower, a ziggurat is what it's called. Okay. The top of it housed the launch pad for what they call launch jumps. It was a Stargate on the top of it. Uh-huh. Right? But these were university halls. This is where they decided to split the.
It's just
this
like,
is how they operate when they around the.
Damn, that shit was on that was on a movie called The Example of How That Stargate, what he was talking about, when you make that jump. That's on a show called damn, bro, that shit on Netflix. It's called Something Academy, where they got the suitcases and they be time traveling, fighting and shit. They're all a family, low key. Uh, Damn, it's a good show if you have never seen it. Oh, Umbrella Academy, right? Umbrella Academy, right? Got me a little. Need to research some shit about umbrellas, because remember back in the day they used to say umbrellas used to attract electricity. Okay, now I see. Because you know what's at the tip of what's at the tip? Oh shit. What's at the tip of the umbrella? A vortex, right? That harness energy. Any type of vortex harness energy, like with a triangle tip, like even a tent, right? You can have a plastic, whatever tent you got. Just because you're inside of that, like say my daughter, right? She got a castle unicorn tent, right? And when I first did some meditation thing, I don't even really meditate that much at all. Well, my type of meditation is different because I cleared out my chakras, which help clean out my conscious. So really, like right now, I'm like a medium. So the thing is, it comes a little psychic with other people because I know that my conscious is clear. So now I know what's not me and what's of me. So it helps listening to real animals and other things around you, even the air, because it's all a frequency dealing with a frequency. Like all the elements deals with plasma, right? And the 6 is your blood. So like this represents your blood. Like you're the blood air, the nervous system that you control in your crown chakra, right? Because you can't be in the root, because your root is awarenesses. So you can't be in the root like negatively, because that fucks with your energy, right? Because it's supposed to rise in you and keep going in a loop, but the loop's supposed to go around in Z's. Like if you put Z sideways, now that looks like the thing that goes beep 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 at the hospital, right? But anyways, Umbrella Academy shows you an example of how it was a Stargate. When you jump, they had a certain device, right? But they had a jump for it to work. It was on one of the episodes, right? I believe it was Umbrella Academy. It might have been a different show, to be honest. But if you know what it is, leave a comment under, because I think that was one show. And I remember bro was scared and he was like, come on. And they just jumped and boom. It was either that or like maybe it was Doctor Strange, to be honest. But Umbrella Academy is a good show too. But yeah. Remember what I was saying in my videos about the moon, right? Two parallel wise. The main one is Mu and Nu, because that represents two sides of the grid also. And then the copy of it is the Leaning Tower in fucking Spain or Italy, wherever that shit is, Paris, right? But a lot of the times it was here. It's just they transported shit and rebuild shit there to do the same thing. But you realize where it's at, where it started, right? And who's harnessing this energy to interrupt, or what you would call the moon, but really it's always been about interrupting the sun. That's why Nibiru comes around, right? Because it helps, keeps his energy, right? But it also, it helps charge the energy, because Nibiru actually works as a sun. So it works as a binary system, right? And now we have other binary systems coming together, because every solar system is a binary system. So when they said it was only one sun, every solar system is a binary system, you feel me? Hold on, let me get the camera on. Every solar system is a binary system. So that being said, there will never be one sun. So binary systems is A plus B equals C, right? A squared plus B squared equals C squared, right? That's talking about a trinity, right? Because to create light, you need a binary system, right? It's an alignment thing. So as it aligns, the power strengthens up, right? But really, it's always been like that. The thing is, here was like that, but now it's going back like that because the magnetic field's there. It's depleting. It's not fully depleted, but it's pretty much fully depleted. You feel me? It has to go through another cycle, which is dealing with the 369 3 spell. Really, it's the cycle of the universe, but they interrupted that with the magnetic field, right? So the 369 is the universal cycle, your cycle, right? Being that you're a 9 ether being, right? Is for your cycle, right? Carbonated one. But that's why I interrupted you. Oh, look at the rainbow orb. It's a perfect rainbow orb. Let me see it. I can't zoom in, but there go the sun with a rainbow orb. You might can see it. All these clouds. They're trying to go breaking apart. If you can't see it, my bad. Check this out. Alright. So, you see how the sun's shining, right? If you can really see it at this time of the day, you can see two suns, even with your two eyes. You're just going to see it split. But at the end of the day, if you're keeping your lenses, these are lenses, right? And this is the transmitter. But these are lenses. Well, these transmitter too is a trinity. These are like binaries too. Boom, boom, boom. boom, boom, boom. Your mouth got the lymph. Your ears, boom. It's all connect, right, to all your other chakras. But back to what I was saying. Mu and Nu, right, is the representative two, right? But then there's 5 plus 1, or plus, yeah, there's 5 to deal with that. And the abbreviation for that is almond, right? I'm not going to give you all the drip yet, but the definition for that is almond. But I'm going to also tell you that is a representation of the tree of life, right? It's rooted in you, and it's rooted on Kai. It's rooted in the universe. You're the cycle, so you're the Akashic records in your DNA. It's up to you to repair your DNA. Right now, you have the time to do so. Like in my eyes, these clouds were the way they generated a magnetic field in the first place, because it absorbs the ions, reflects some, it reflects the heat that generated, but the other shit that's in it generates cold and it falls. You breathe it in, now it's trapped in your mucus depending on your diet. A repairful, everything that was made for you was made to keep your frequency high. So that being said, whatever comes out the ground was made for you to do what you need to do to keep your cellular repair up and not low, because the more charge you get, the more you could absorb from the sun, makes you a positive area. Now your DNA is getting a charge. Like, now your atoms inside of your body and your state of matter is getting a higher charge, right? Because it deals with light and heat. Those are the reactants of cellular subdivision, right? That's really why you get a fever, because your body gets a fever to fight. So it actually doubles up cells or your antibodies, or at least tries to fight. But with a low immune system, if it does that, then it does the opposite. You feel me? It doesn't work as fast. That's why kids have more of a higher immune system, because they were eating more, most likely, of what they needed. And most moms had to eat right just for their kids to eat right if they really cared. So that dealt with that. But with Mu and Nu deals with two parallel, left and right, which also deals with a binary system, right? So if left, right deals with a binary system, but that's only one line, right? That's one line going up and down, left, right. Now you have another line, because parallels deals with two lines, remember? At least that's what they taught us, right? Segments are like constellations, or like currents, right? One dot to another dot, that's a current. At least that's what they taught us, right? But look, but parallels deal with two, right? Two. It's like, this is the physical, but you're consciously here. But the thing is, when dealing with a trinity, that 3 is really 1, right? Not saying numerology, just saying period. Because that's like what people say when you be like, we're coming together as one, right? We're not separating each other. We're coming together as one, right? But with trinities, when two binary systems come together, they come together as one. So that's like the twins. You're left, you're right, you're up, you're down. So the twins, you can't generate light without a trinity. But the thing is, 2 makes the triple X energy. It's just like a woman, 2 sons, right? XX, YX, YX. It's 4 X's, right? It's 4 X's. Y's or J's. In that matter, and J's deal with G and H, which goes back to another representation of parallels, connecting, being a messenger or a prophet, however you want to say it, being intuitive. That's a natural trait when you're repairing your cells in a greater way, not in a bad way, but that's because it's the metaphysics of you. You're a light body being, right? And I'm totally getting off topic still. But look, the thing with Mu and Nu, those lands have a basis on them now. They're sunken, right? But even with Alman, that, because look, lands are attached to the stars above. So even the planets, those are the stars above. You feel me? So like, even planet Earth or Kai, this is a star, okay? It's only called a star because it's capable of doing so many things, bro. So when you say portals and all of that, you're thinking of stars. The sun, right, is replicas of it, right? The 12 houses is replicas of all the stars dealing that's aligned with one, right? That's why you're not one sign. You're 12, right? But the 12 is the rebirth, right? I'm talking on some positive shit, like none of that other shit, bro. Like, cause 4 can represent the elements or your Zen, or 4 can represent Satan, like Bobby Hemmett said. It really can, cause it's tied to your Zen. Your spiritual connection has been attacked by what you would call Satan or these twins. Feel me? One had the keys for the right, one had the keys for the left. Because mentally, physically, it fucks with you. It fucks with your light. So if you fuck with the blue or the red side, because binary stars is always a white dwarf and a red, or it could be it's always a red sun and a white dwarf, but really those deal with phases, right? The red suns are the rebirth suns, right? And it's just like the suns, like when their time is up, they give energy to the rising one, and then that rising one gives energy to the one that's going to support it, All right. So, they're trying so hard to block this shit. I be wondering if I'm ever gonna see my ex, but her name kind of like say some other shit in a way if you pronounce it the other way. And I know, not saying that's who she is. I look at symbolism to situations because it was a dream, but I realized her powers unlocked, and mine's was too. She was the first person I let do a tarot, but she told me something about a temple, and that was like way before I even tried to do it. So when I went through a lot of pain and hurt, I was crying from like September to April, right? It's kind of like, not right now, I'm like saying I'm doing that, but I'm just peeping a September to April, right? Because September to December is how people looked at it. So September to April, it's just weird to me because my December this year was September. Like in my eyes, it was September. So I wasn't really on a lot of shit people was on. The thing about it is now my calendar is the cycle, right? It's just you have to catch where it started. But I know they stopped the cycle because of these lands that they're still on interrupting, because the thing about when you're below is connected above. So if you can manipulate it up below, you can manipulate it above. Then if you got shit manipulating it a little bit above, it's gonna also help manipulate it below. So it's like a fucked up cycle type shit. So like the thing is it can't work no more because of the universal cycle. Everything's coming together on this, A through Z, because that's the alpha beta system. A plus B equals squared. So it's all coming together for that trinity. It's different trinities. Like right now, solar system is becoming not a binary, it's already a binary, but it's becoming a tri-solar system, right? So you're most likely going to see two you're going to see 2 times 3 suns plus 1. Okay, that's going to bring the 7, right? Damn, my damn energy, no, my space took my connection off, so I guess I might as well keep talking. So like whatever they trying to do won't work. I'll say, but you gotta realize it actually is a war going on. It's just being removed without people being known. But it's also still a war with you going on, because what you're attached to above, you know, them trying to destroy the sun is them trying to destroy you.